welcome into our next edition of the Coach Rico White Show. We're here on location at Anniston High School with Coach Rico White. Didn't get to go last week, Coach. They sent me down to Huntsville for the volleyball regionals, but we're back now. Definitely want to rewind the clock. You guys didn't get to play Handley last year. I believe you had a COVID outbreak, and then this year you get to play them, but the way it's set up, you didn't get to travel there last year, so you had to go down to Handley. Got a big win versus the state champs last year. Take us back to not this last Friday night, but the Friday night before in that game and how it all transpired.
Well, I think the biggest thing with Handley is I had a question for the players that week. Are you interested in beating Handley, or are you committed? You know, if you're interested, you just wanted to be in the game.
That's
you just
right.
want to be on the field and with that opportunity. But if you're committed, I'll see in your actions. And those kids was committed, and, man, we executed a great game plan. The defense staff had a great game plan. Offensively, we did well, so it worked in our favor.
And y'all played, from what we've seen, a pretty physical game. You guys, it wasn't no mystery what y'all were doing. Y'all kind of straight ahead football. Talk about that. Something you guys may have seen on film with them, or something that kind of jumped out at you to help execute that game plan like you did.
Well, Handley as a team, in a sense, you can't run from the bully. You got to come at the bully. So we saw we just got to come at them, and get them, outflanked and do some different things, and it worked in our favor. But like I said, the kids knew what type of game they'll be in, and they played well.
To play a game like that versus a team who just coming off a state championship and let's be honest, been rolling ever since then, to set up a game, that late in the season, I know that's a great measuring stick for you, but how awesome is that, not only from a confidence standpoint, but to prepare these guys for the playoffs and the vision, because that's the ultimate goal. I mean, is to get in these playoffs and win. How huge was that to have a game that late in the season and perform like you did?
Well, as a coach, you always want to make sure your team is peaking at the right time or getting better as the season go. And when you meet someone like that and they perform, you say, okay, we getting where we need to be. But at the same time, the expectation go out the roof as far as fans. But we look forward to it. So, you ain't got no excuse to lose now. You're going to beat the state champion. But we as a team and as a program, the key is being humble. Stay humble and stay focused, and we'll be fine.
Now, I say that to say this, because then it's easy to have a letdown after such a big emotional high. It's easy to come in either off an emotional high win or loss. It can go one of two ways, but you guys turned right back around and played another very improved football team, Cleburne County,
yes,
and won big in that game. So take us back to last Friday night and how you guys kind of used that momentum to springboard and actually put up 60-something points, I believe.
Yes, in a sense, it's easy to have a letdown when you done played such a great, powerful team like Handley. And I know Cleburne County had really improved. So I think we want to jump on them real fast and start fast and do well. And then we kind of play like a mental thing. We're going to keep the same uniforms we go to Handley on. And we're going to perform like at that standard. And the kids came out, and, man, they performed well. And like I said, I can't say enough about Coach Burns. That program has truly improved. Folks get caught up in the score. But if you look at what he's done, the body of work he has done,
That's right.
That program is going in the right direction.
Yeah, he's a guy come from a pretty good pedigree, played at Lineville, then coached at Lineville, and then got the opportunity to coach not only with Giddens, but then with Danny Horn as well.
Yes.
And won the first state championship. He's brought that mentality there.
Absolutely. They going in the right direction, I tell you that. You better get them now.
Yeah, that's right.
You better get them.
No doubt. Hey, and I'm going to tell you, some things come down about the playoffs, Coach, and I'll give you the floor to talk about that and how it's actually might be spun around as a positive for you guys.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Talk to us about that. What all exactly come down for those who don't know, and how you guys plan on approaching it, like travel-wise and everything. You went from region champs, and now you got to go on the road first round.
Well, like we was excited about the fact we had won the region, but like I told the kids, once the state called us and told us what was going on, they were investigating us for having a player short of a credit in school. And, the first thing you do as a man is pray, and be like, okay, am I doing things the right way? What's the mistake we made? So we did that, and they called us and told us the situation. And once I notified my head people, they was still very supportive. And I notified the kids what was going on. So no one's been in the dark. We knew what was going on, and we said, all right, what's going to happen if we don't be number 1 or we end up being number 4. If we was number 1, I think we would have to first round, second round travel to Mobile and play the number 1 team, Viger. But by us not having to do that, we get a closer route, which is Montgomery, which is no easier. You got to play St. James. They are a good program. Coach Perry, football savvy, and he got a staff of savvy guys. Coach McCracken, all those guys are great. But overall, we happy. One thing I learned from this experience is this here: when you're doing things right, the enemy comes.
Oh, wow.
The enemy comes. This doesn't happen to several coaches. I know several coaches who had the Forfeit games that done had great seasons, but you never hear about it if they was a losing coach. So when you winning, the enemy come to kill, steal, and destroy. So we prayed about it, and the good Lord still have a plan for us, and we on the same page. We excited, and like I've been telling people, hey, let's load the bus. We're going to St. James and go Dogs.
That's right, man. I seen you quoted as that, and I think F&M put that out. But
yes.
Something that I like about it is the mentality. How now actually it probably may make your job a little easier. Not saying from who you're playing standpoint, but now the guy's gonna have a chip on their shoulder, I'm sure.
Absolutely. I knew I was good when once all of it came down. We came out here, all the kids, they was on time, they ready, and they I got one kid that's keep energy. His name called Mumford. He's super energy. He walked up and he said, "Coach, you told us early in the season, vision and circumstances. Don't let circumstances get in the way of vision." And so it resonated. The good Lord gave you some message earlier that come back later on to really become true. And we're not going to let those circumstances affect what we're trying to, gain.
That's good. And I don't know, Coach, playoff time, man, how special is it to this is the first time since 2 years ago when you made that semifinal run where you're loaded up, you've had a full season under you, not with a lot of COVID restrictions and everything. How awesome is that to have this circumstances, perform like you guys did, beating the state champs, and now you've got an opportunity to go again with these guys, go to battle, and that's a blessing all in itself. But to have these guys full strength and have all of them channeled in, one mindset, one heartbeat heading into the playoffs.
Absolutely, it's a blessing. I mean, it's not a concern. It's just the thought of the fact that we took a week off, which we do that week 10 every year to give us 2 weeks to prepare for our opponent. We in such a great groove. We beat the number 1 team, then we turn around and had a great win last week against Cleburne. Now you take a week off. But our kids are resilient. They going to respond well. They focus. And all the stuff with forfeiting the game, it'll make our kids hungry. Good. They are focused. They are super focused. The staff is focused. My principal focused. She told me, Coach, you better win every game. And superintendent, they focus. I mean, board members are focused. The whole community. We haven't been in the dark. Everybody know what was going on, and in a sense, you at another man's mercy when it's out your hand.
Yeah.
And we contend and we're ready to roll.
That's good. Well, Coach, good luck to you, and God willing, we're gonna be back here again next Wednesday for another edition of the Coach Rico White Show.
Absolutely, man. God bless.
Thank you.